Hello and welcome to my Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Welcome to your week ahead reading with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 16th to the 22nd of Jan 2023. It scares me that we're already looking at dates towards the end of January because I feel like it only started 5 minutes ago. Friends, this week I have got two amazing decks in front of me. This is a fairly new oracle to my collection. I only got it in this year. It is the Fool's Wisdom Oracle, and I am so enjoying working with it. I have used it a few times on my socials, so I'm sure you have seen it, but I thought it would be actually fun to use it for the week ahead. And then I am using quite an unusual, provoking kind of quirky tarot deck, and it is the Surrealist Tarot, which again I truly love. This is a deck that sort of takes me completely out of my comfort zone and makes me really rethink everything that I know about the tarot, which is why I love it, because sometimes, familiar can get a bit boring. So this is a card that really makes me think, a deck I should say, that really makes me think. But I'm going to stick it out the way just ever slightly because I want to start off with the Fool's Wisdom. So Earth signs, I hope you had a good week last week. I hope your reading last week helped you to navigate the challenges, the opportunities, and the circumstances and situations that you were dealing with. Let's have a look and see what this week has in store for you. So we are looking at the 16th to the 22nd of Jan 2023, and I am shuffling the Fool's Wisdom Oracle. I'm looking for a single card from this oracle deck, a single card that's going to give us just sort of the starting point for the week ahead of what do you need to be aware of, mindful of, and conscious of. So here I have a single deck, a single card. Let's have a look and see. Fool's Wisdom says to you, you've got number 8, which is the peaceful, and there he sits like he's doing a bit of a meditation. And the Fool's Wisdom is that peace is only a breath away. So he is absolutely sitting in a meditation. Now, what we need to understand, Earth signs, is immediately what I get from this card. And just while I'm chatting about it, I'm going to shuffle the tarot. Immediately what I get from this card is the fact that the week ahead could be quite busy. It could be quite chaotic, okay? And the best way to navigate that, the best way to handle that, is to just breathe through it. Peace is only a breath away. So if you find yourself in the week ahead getting a bit frazzled, getting a bit anxious, getting a bit worked up, getting a bit confused or agitated even, before it fully takes hold, before it fully sucks you in, the chaos, the anxiety and the stress, before it fully grabs you, just take a minute to breathe. Find a safe, comfortable place to sit, whether it be on the floor like he's doing, whether it's in a chair, or anywhere comfortable to sit, and just close your eyes for a brief second and just breathe. Breathe into your belly, okay? Take a deep breath into your belly, hold it there for a brief second, and exhale through your mouth. I want to do one more shuffle. Exhale through your mouth, and when you exhale, like release it fast, like okay, release it quite quickly, because when you do that, when you exhale quite quickly like that, you're forcing it out, and it leaves you feeling gentler. I know my words are failing me. It leaves you feeling calmer. It leaves you feeling a little bit more like you're in control, and like you actually have that you have it under control. So it's about regaining control of yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. So breathing in slowly, take a deep breath in through your nose as much as you can, filling up your lungs as much as you can, holding it for a brief second, and then release it as fast as you can out your mouth. And that is, it almost on a psychological level helps you to understand that you are in control. And breathing is something that we have to do. It is an important thing. It keeps us alive. But if you can take control of your breath, then you will find peace. And once you've got control of yourself and your breathing, you can handle the challenges, the situations, and the circumstances that you're going through. So the peaceful is telling you, let's maintain a level of peace this week by focusing on our breathing. Let's see what the tarot wants to add. The first card we have is the Emperor. Second card we have is the 5 of Cups. Third card we have is the 8 of Wands. And our final card is the Ace of Cups. So not too bad, actually, Earth signs. Not too bad at all. So I love how the tarot and the oracle come together, because here we have the Emperor. Now, if we just forget about the background, if we just look at the character, there he stands. I mean, he is so deep in the water, but look at him. He's got his pipe in his hand. Okay, he's got his vape, his pipe, his cigarette, whatever you want to call it, his cigar, and it's creating smoke. He's got his other hand on his hip, and he looked quite comfortable. He looks like he's in control. He certainly doesn't look like he's panicking. And earth signs, I know if this was you standing there in this much turmoil, in this much water, in this much chaos, it would be almost impossible not to be in a state of panic. But he is absolutely not in a state of panic. He's just watching, he's just observing. The Emperor is very much about control, okay? Even though things are hair-raising around him, he knows that he has control. He knows that nothing is going to influence him or affect him, that he's got this all under control. What is he focusing on? The breath. Now, it's interesting that we have the cigarette, the pipe, the whatever it is, because that is something that we breathe in. We inhale and we exhale. And isn't that what we were focusing on here? The inhaling and the exhaling. I am not encouraging, just disclaimer, I am not encouraging anybody to consume or to take up or to do any form of inhaling negative substances. Can we just make completely clear about that? I am not encouraging or giving my stamp of approval on that, but what I am saying is it's focusing on the breath. No matter what's going on around you, just bring yourself to your center, bring yourself to that place and focus on the breathing. You know, the Emperor, he recognizes and understands the chaos. He recognizes and understands everything that's going on around him. He knows that the water levels are rising and that they're rising quickly, but he knows that it's part of the plan. And he knows that as long as he remains level-headed and calm with peace, that he will find solutions, answers, and fix the situation. The next card that we have here is the Five of Cups. So this deck, like I said, it is quite quirky. It is quite unusual. Here we have a single weed, okay? And I'm not talking about the weed that we smoke. I'm not talking about that. It is literally a plant weed that is growing out of really rough terrain. And the weed itself is made up of 5 characters. And if we have a look, just to see if I can bring it closer, we've got these 2 characters on this end that are consuming something from a golden goblet. These 3 that look like they have passed out, they have finished their goblets and dropped their goblets to the ground. This is the card of disappointment. This is the card of saying, we hoped, we thought, we expected the goblets to contain some lush, juicy, sweet nectar of life, but what it's done is it's taken life away from us. But we are still consuming, we are still consuming, we are still consuming. To me, I get with this particular card, with this particular Five of Cups, and what we've already said here. So Earth signs, this is Spirit saying to you that, you know, learn from your past mistakes. When things haven't worked for you in the past, don't continue to consume from the goblets. It's time to start saying, hold a second, look what happened to my fellow mates. What is a weed? A weed is something that grows, that survives, that succeeds when it shouldn't, okay? And it has this natural ability to take over and to kill the good, to remove the good. So the Five of Cups here is telling you that if you see, recognize, find something that is causing disruption, chaos, unhappiness in your life, do not continue to consume from that goblet, okay? Do not continue to go down that road. Rather recognize and acknowledge and say, okay, let me just breathe. Let me stop all activity. Let me stop all things that I'm doing and let me just breathe. Let me find peace in this moment with what I do have and with what I don't have. Let me find that peace so that I can be stronger moving forward. So very interesting, Earth signs. This to me is why we need to just breathe. The next card we have, and again you'll see why this is such an interesting and quirky deck, this is the Eight of Wands. Now, you will notice at first that we have this horse and it looks like it's missing a part of itself because we can sort of see between the trees. But if you look further down, you'll see that this is an artist's palette. Okay, and he's got all his colors, he's got his paintbrushes, and the artist is actually painting something, and he just hasn't got to that part yet, but he is moving on. So he started off it looks like the horse is coming out between these two tree trunks. There we have the horse, but he's missed a part, and here he has the front of the horse with the legs, and he's realized that there's something missing. He's realized that, oh, it's not quite right, it's not quite perfect. But the artist is saying, you know what, I did my best. I've done the best that I can, and at this point I am moving on. So it's about acknowledging what has and hasn't worked for you, acknowledging what is right and what is wrong, what you have and what you don't have. Acknowledge that yes, the waters are rising. There is, there is a little bit of chaos around you, but let me just breathe. Let me just find peace. Let me just stay centered, grounded, peaceful, and then I can find the courage and the conviction to overcome the challenges that I need to overcome. The Eight of Wands is saying to you that sometimes imperfection is as good as it's going to get. See it, acknowledge it, be okay with it, move on from it. And when we do, earth signs, oh, this is where we're going to end up. We have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card, and Ace of Cups is the card that says to you, new emotions coming through, okay? New connections, new relationships, new people, new connections and contacts, new people coming into your life that can assist you to be peaceful, to be happy, and to be kind with yourself. So when you let go of the imperfections, when you stop the cycle, the repetitive cycle of disaster, when you stay calm and you breathe through everything, you will open yourself up to allowing, attracting, and bringing in new energies, new people, new connections and emotions into your life that will help you to feel whole, complete, satisfied, and happy. So earth signs, it looks like an interesting week for you. I don't see any problems here. I'm not worried about you in any way, because even though that there's a lot going on, as long as you just breathe, as long as you just breathe into your heart, breathe into your soul, keep yourself grounded, keep yourself peaceful, you will come out of this absolutely fine. But it is also about the letting go. And I think that's going to be the hard thing to do, to stay calm, to let go, to stop the repeating patterns, to let go of the imperfections, and to move forward and allow new energies, new love, new connections, new people to come into your life. Just breathe. So earth signs, for the week ahead, sending you much love and many blessings, many happy, deep breaths, earth signs. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. Chat to you soon. Bye.